Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Princess Fizz Answers, episode number 20. I've just finished this the I Have a Dream show with one of my wonderful friends, Simon Stepsis, and he shared some amazing strategies on the show for network marketers. So you can check that out on ihaveadreamshow.com/Simon Stepsis, and you can see the replay. So do that. But today, oh my goodness, wow, today's episode, I really want to take this opportunity to share with you something absolutely amazing that I've actually been through, right? So something that I've actually experienced myself, but I've actually experienced this with a different perspective. So my friend, she was expecting, and she was, final stages of giving birth, right? So she calls me up on last Monday this week gone, and she says I'm in labor, and she's been really insisting that she wanted me to be part of that process. I'm not sure why, because she's got a husband and she's got, she's got a family around her and everything, but she really wanted me to be there. And I was like, okay, well, I overlooked it at the time, but I can't believe how grateful I am to actually be able to be there for her, words cannot describe, really can't. I had to take a couple of days out to actually get over it. But Monday she calls me. I had to cancel everything, I had a show on that day as well, so I had to reschedule. She calls me, she said to me, I'm in labor, come quick. So I went over, and she was in hospital, and she was in very, very extreme pain. It was kind of like her contractions were quite close together, and the baby was literally ready to come out, right? So it took around the baby was actually born the following kind of night. It was 4 o'clock in the morning the next day, and I was actually with her throughout that experience. Okay, so I think the lesson I've learned, guys, is it's just an incredible, if you ever get a chance to experience childbirth before, right, and just after, it is the most life-changing experience, right, that you can actually ever go through. If you see it as it is, it's just absolutely mind-blowing. The spirit, I think I saw it from the perspective I was seeing it. I saw her go through the pain, and because it's such a short space of time, the pain is so intense. She has to show these natural abilities that nature's given to women, these natural ability of, being able to cope with that pain, the patience that's required, the willpower, right, the strength, the courage naturally instilled in women to go through such an extreme process like that. Okay, the level of pain is you have to have a very high threshold to go through that type of pain. If any of you have experienced childbirth, you'll know that this kind of superwoman kind of thing is required. When that peak performance, when athletes go through this process where they're doing the training and everything, but there's a stage that comes where they let everything go, and there's no resistance whatsoever in their performance. They just become superhuman in a way. They outperform everything that they've done in trainings or anything like that. That moment comes, and it's usually because something great is meant to come your way. So when it comes, the way I saw childbirth is when she had a vision. Obviously, she had a child that's coming out. She knew that's going to happen, so she was already aware that the gift that's actually coming, being carrying the baby for 9 months, going through that process itself, it develops you. It gives you the value of what you're about to receive. Okay, the pain, the kind of process that a woman has to go through when carrying a baby as well, it's not easy. So yeah, I mean, the natural lesson in this is that the pain that she went through was actually preparing her for a gift to come her way. Okay, that's the way I saw it. Naturally, the pain has to happen. To receive greatness, to receive gifts, you need to become a certain type of person through a grilling process to be able to be worthy of handling a gift like that, if that makes sense to you. So the gift of having a baby is a miracle. It's life has just come into your hands. Okay, you need to be prepared mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, to be able to receive a gift like that. So I think this is what childbirth is about, the process, the pain. Why pain? Why does a woman have to go through pain? Okay, it's a grilling process. So getting rid of all that kind of rubbish that that you pick up on along the way of being selfish. Women are the most compassionate creatures, especially mothers. That unconditional love, where does that come from? Where does that go? We're all born with unconditional love. Okay, the understanding of that, we've got it in us, installed in us from the universe. Where does that go? Social conditioning, right? So the childbirth process, the intensity of the pain gets rid of all that conditioning that's happened about me, and being selfish, and the type of attitude and behavior that's formed over years. Okay, so that's why I think a mother can love unconditionally, is because of the pain that she goes through to receive a gift like that, to be able to be that person, to give unconditional love. That's what it taught me yesterday. I saw the discipline that's required. I saw this kind of the moment she received the baby, okay, the 18 hours that she went through, it went out of the window in a second. She forgot everything. She forgot all the pain that she went through in those hours. She literally, the time that she was going through the pain, it was just so overbearing for her that she was saying, I can't do this, I'm gonna die. And you could the pain was that intense, and watching that I was just like, oh my goodness, my hand was literally, she grabbed my hand, I was like, literally nearly broken. But the thing is, the moment she received the baby, the moment she had it in her arms and she looked at the baby, and it's like everything just, the pain was forgotten in an instant. And I think the message is that the answer is in love, guys. Whenever any type of suffering or any pain that we feel in our lives, it's because we don't understand what love is. If you allow love to come into your life and you accept love for what it is around us, in everything, in people, then you allow yourself to love too, then it completely eliminates everything. Any type of challenge or any type of suffering or pain literally wipes it all out. And it literally neutralizes everything. It neutralizes, unconditional love neutralizes everything in a second. There's no match to the power of unconditional love, And if you want to learn about unconditional love, look at a mother and a child, that bond. The moment the child's born, that bond that's formed in that moment, and the lesson is that, in pain, there's always processing you for something great, guys. If you want to achieve greatness in this world, be prepared to be grilled, be prepared, be prepared mentally, accept the grilling, accept the pain, accept the challenges, let them happen, because they're doing something to you to be able to receive greatness, to receive the gifts in life. Don't resist it. If you resist it, you are stopping, you're limiting yourself to growth, right? When you grow as a person, you have to experience that kind of pain. Okay, and I think a lot of people probably don't step into their greatness because they're too scared. Right? They're too scared to actually step out of their comfort zone, to go into painful situations that will grow them to accept greatness. Okay, so that's what my message is today. That's my learning experience in that perspective of seeing someone experiencing childbirth. You have to become a person to receive greatness. Next episode, guys, you know, go to princessfizzonline.com, go to ihaveadreamshow.com, and you know, ask me any question that you have. Until the next episode, have a fabulous day. Thank you.